Welcome everybody to our live stream here on lichess and Twitch. I'm International Master Krakenheimer. What's up? Kraken Arena. Kraken's Rapid Arena. We need to adjust that. The Arena. Once in a while I do this. It's a type of nonsense. Alright. Cancel the tournament. Acerbate. Kraken's Rapid Arena. Kraken's Rapid Arena. Did you notice what I did there? Look at that. Font. Larger font. Now with larger font. I changed the chat so the font is bigger. It makes your words look bigger and bolder. Acerbate. Now you can make your Bibles. Your Bibles are fatter and rounder. Oh! Alright. Now you can donate Bitcoins to support Kraken. We call it crypto for Kraken. Can't see that, can you? Oh well. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Kraken for crypto. Crypto for Krakens. Alright. Boom. I'm all coffeeed, fully caffeinated. Message team. Pundit horses, can I send a message or are we all out? I'm still allowed. Hurry. Last call. We're canceling Kelsey Grammer. No, alright. 55 members have unsubscribed from messages. 8.2%. There's been a rise. It's gone on almost as much as Bitcoin. There's a huge rise since we started spamming. 7 times a week. Ponda's not here. Ponda's dead. Kraken. Rapid Arena. Last call. Starting at 6:45 p.m. CET. 10:00 casual. 2.5 hours. Kraken for crypto. Crypto for Kraken. I'm crypto for Kraken. Support the Kraken. Alright. They're like, oh, is it crypto prizes? No, what? Alright, whatever. You've been hanging out with NetOg too much. Butt Kraken. It's butt Kraken. It's not, butt is not a bad word. Kraken doesn't sound good. Like crayfish, crawfish, cremado, whatever. Here's Kraken's Rapid Arena. I should really send a message to the Kraken team. I mean, the Kraken training squad should know about this. Copy. They should know. They should be informed. Although everyone that's in the Kraken training squad, your account no longer exists. Alright, the Panda team hosting a Kraken Arena. I'll do anything. That's the wrong place. Alright, welcome guys to the stream. We'll be starting in about 15 minutes. London Horses Club has been usurped by the Kraken. We've got Sung Prism learning chess, Musashi, Mugu Gaipan. Somewhat Unsound is lurking. Ujwal. India is well represented here. 3 players from India, maybe more. United States, Ukraine, United States, Warrior we don't know about, and Czechia. Check it out. So 10-0 Arena. Guys, support the stream. Donate. We've almost reached our glasses and chair fundraiser, although Nils messed it up. I'll have to have like another fundraiser just to like raise the money that Nils artificially inflated the fundraiser with. The Nils screwed up my fundraiser. Alright. Especially in my younger years, the beauty of chess had priority for me over winning a game. But I had to learn that in this sport, achievement... I sound like the Joker. We're doing like Joaquin Phoenix. Okay. Achievement is much more important than the beauty of chess. Judith Polgar. I feel like you just did like a Joker stand-up routine. Alright. My official chess stats. And then everybody beat me up at school. And I became the Joker. The end. Mr. Coffee. Better crack down on Astrobate using bad words in the chat. I also changed the chat font to a larger. Since, you know, we don't have enough people, I mean, I make it look fatter. It looks more full body, thick chat. My official chess stats. Also, Anonymous, Arena. I would do anything for chess. Anything chess has been dreaming of, but I just won't do that. I would do anything for chess. Anything chess has been dreaming of, but I just won't do. But I'll never stop dreaming of chess every night of my life. No way. But I would do anything for chess, but I won't do that. Oh, I won't do that. Alright. That's funny, Astrobate. That's very funny. Let's see if we can get Taylor Swift on sometime. Scrolling and rolling. Sorry about the scrolling. I know that annoys some people. Mr. Coffee, we can now take donations. Like I put the QR code for crypto for Kraken. Why does that remind me of like Cuckoo for Cocoa? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. We're crypto for Kraken now. I'm crypto for Kraken. Alright, no, seriously. Donate crypto for Kraken. Especially in my younger years. Alright. This week, this Sunday, I actually have a team game. supposedly. Can't reveal what board I'll be playing, in case our opponents are out there listening. But I'm playing board 1. Maybe not. Let me give you a hint. I'm playing somewhere between board 1 and board 12. Or maybe I'm not playing. We can't let those opponents, those sneaky opponents teams, know. Sadly, like, you know what's funny? Pichu99 got gifted a tier 1 sub by Asterbait on Monday, and he's like, oh, by the way, like, we should play your team at some point. I'm playing board 12 for my team. They just played our team last match, and I wasn't there. He, like, didn't realize, like, our teams have already played, and, like, we both, I think he didn't play either for his team. So it was kind of funny. Like, poor guy is like, oh, we'll meet, you know, and I'll play against your team, but it's already happened. I just, like, looked it up, and that was the last match that I didn't play in. So, rip our meeting with Pichu99. No, I'm surprised, though. I mean, he's pretty good. He's, like, 21 something on here, and I felt he's pretty strong. He's only around 2,000 FIDE. But it's nice to think that, you know, somebody from our stream who's followed for a few years now, because Pichu, you know, I assumed was like someone older, but I think he's on the younger side, compared to me at least. So half my age. It's nice to know that there's real people out there we could actually meet. Alright, we've only got 10 players, 12 players now. 12 players. Pirate, official chess stats. Bear. I'm not going to spam anymore. Learning Chess has joined. We've got a lot of lower rated players now. People under 2,000, which is kind of good, because in the past, I feel like in the past I've been under the impression that our stream always attracts the higher rated players. Okay, I mean, these are not beginners. I mean, you've got 1800, 1846, 1900, 1900, 1900, 2100. That's really like my trademark level for people who like follow the stream seems to be around 1900. I think you have to get to 1900 to really understand me, you know. I mean, my stream is not geared toward beginners, obviously. I can't be like these ridiculous grandmasters who do like spam blogs. The trick to solving puzzles is like the latest one. Jesus Christ. Hikaru Nakamura's Blitz Repertoire. Eric Rosen's Best Kept Secrets should be like my next blog. Jesus Christ. Very quiet here. Mr. Coffee. Speak English. Are you working? I see. He speaks just emote. I have a couple friends online playing trashy fast chess. Schieberspieler's lurking somewhere. Alright, admit it. Did anyone ever get good before blog posts? I don't know, man. But the blog posts are really, really gross. I hate those blog posts, grandmasters. Grandmasters. Yeah. I became a grandmaster so I could post blogs on lichess. Okay. Only 12 players thus far. I mean, this should be a good tournament. I don't understand why we only have 12 players. I mean, 10-0 arena. This is a great time control. You can play 10-0 or you can berserk and play it like 5-0. I think everyone should be happy. It's not too slow. It's not too fast. It's a good compromise time control. Goiju is here, joining us. So that's 3 players over 2,000 now. Thanks, Goiju. Good to see you. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Our subscribers are very low. Gift subs are very low. I know we do get donations, and if you've given up, you give me some donations or whatever. I don't expect everyone to like give donations, and donate subs and stuff like that. But it seems like stream related income is really way down. So I would appreciate if we get some action in the hype train department this week. If not tonight, then definitely like for the simul on Sunday. What's up, Gucci? Good to see you. Good to see you back. Sun Prism also over 2,000. 2065. We now have 4 players over 2,000. Dinekis. 1735 in Chess 960. That's impressive. I would say Chess 960 ratings are about 300 points deflated off of Blitz Rapid. So if you're 1735 in Chess 960, you should be 2035 in Blitz Rapid. Chess 960 is extremely deflated ratings. Not easy. Alright, we're hosting Kraken's Arena. It's a Kraken Rapid Arena. Kraken Rapid Arena. Hosting Rapid. Kraken Rapid. Crypto for Kraken. Where's all the regulars? Rabid. The Rabid Kraken Arena. Or be like, oh, you misspelled rapper. Alright. Spamming for blogs. I want to be a Grandmaster blog spammer. Grandmaster clickbait blog spammer. 14 players. It's a good time control. Join us. The Krampus is coming for Acerby tonight. The London Chess Classic. The London Chess Classic. I always love that, The London Chess Classic is going on. I don't think something's classic unless you had it for a very long period of time. You know what I mean? It can't be a classic. They've been having that for less than 10 years. How's it a London Chess Classic if it's been going for less than 10 years? It's not classic at all. It's pretty new actually. Stupid name. El Shakmat. Rated 2124. Wow. Weird. They had been blocked for being annoying or something. Alright. Oichwal. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 players. No computers. Wheelchair accessible. None of the big guns are in today though. Aldisto never comes by. No so Mr. Slow. No Schieberspieler. Camel Culture never comes anymore. It's hard to find these strong players. But anyway, I'm here. I'm gonna, and maybe, what about Shocky. Shocking. E4. Caracan. Okay. I've been playing the classical variation, or the normal open main line. I'm not going to do that in a competitive scenario. Can I transpose to the French? No, black would have to play e6 for that to happen. Oh no, the g6 has happened now. That's kind of annoying. But if I recall correctly, do we check and then go back to e2? That doesn't make sense, does it? How does my bishop end up on e2? Thinking of a different variation. Thinking of a different variation. How would my bishop end up on e2, f3? Check and go back to e2? That doesn't seem logical. Oh man, come on. I guess I just normally play a different move order. It's just a different position. Okay. We can transpose. There's flaxseed on my hand. I have this like pillow, like a little mini pillow for like whatever. It has like flax seeds and they're like there's a hole in it. They're coming out. Should I like eat them? Like 20-year-old flax seeds? Whatever. Interesting, isn't it? So queen b3, we're still in book. Bishop g7. How does it transpose to Abassoeva again? Bibi Sara. Bibi Sara. Bibi Sara to you. Bibi Sara to you. Bibi Sara, dear Sladgie. Bibi Sara to you. So this was my game with her like 3 years ago. No, but was d4 on the board? It was a Panov, so it was like e4 c6. It was a different move order though. I can't remember. I still don't understand how my bishop ended up on e2 and f3. Maybe I just go here. That's the answer. Just go e2. It seems weird to do that. It doesn't seem right, you know? Now I have to play d4. And maybe it's like a transposition. Oh no! Oh no! No takebacks. He played king f8. I assume that's a mouse slip. But that's what you get for trying to move too fast. Wheelchair accessible. No smoking. No alcohol. Oh shit! I just like pre-moved. I'm lucky I didn't make a mouse slip. King f8 though really doesn't help black. Bibi Sara did the same thing against me, but there's another way that black can develop that Hertan used to use, which was like knight a6. Instead of playing knight on bd7, you can play knight a6, and sometimes in fact queen b6. And I remember Charlie explaining that to someone who was surprised by black sacking a pawn and then like offering to trade queens. But strategically it makes a lot of sense. Is h5 a good move? Well, I mean, it gives black a square for their king at h7, I think, primarily, is the main idea of this move. Also, to trade pieces, like bishop g4 is pretty annoying. That's actually what she did against me at some point later. That's what she said, Mr. Coffee. That was the tournament. It was before Rigo died, the organizer here. Rigo Janos, international master. It was the second to last tournament of his I played in. So it must have been 2000. It must have been 2018. 2018. Or 2019. 2018. It must have been 2018. 5 years ago? Are you kidding me? Bishop f5? Where are you going? You're going there? And then g5 is an option. Knight f4. Knight f4, g5. That's nice. What about bishop f4? I'm going to regret this, but maybe. Normally we put the bishop somewhere, leave it on c1, and then put the knight on f4. But I was just thinking about, like, this, this, and this. There's a lot of relevance to the fact that black has played this king f8 mouse slip, which, well, what's apparently a mouse slip. Uh-oh. What's happening? Good game. Sun Prism. Is that a I lost good game or a won good game? Or draw a good game? King f8 knight. Bishop d3, bishop e5. Bishop e2, king e2. Bishop e3. Sorry, bishop d3. Did I say bishop e3? Bishop d3. I have knight moves. h4, my god. That can't be right. But I mean, what do you want him to do? You know, after what was deemed a mouse slip, which I hope is a mouse slip, because otherwise I'm really worried about this guy. If you played king f8 voluntarily, I draw a good game. I sleep bad, hurt neck. Queen c8. A surprisingly strange move. Asking for d6. You're asking for it. I think we'll keep that maybe for later. I have rook c1. Rook c1, bishop h6. I think it's a funny move, isn't it? I mean, bishop takes h3 is not on. You can pretend this all you want, but that's not happening. Now this is a threat. So I say we just play this. I was gonna play rook fd1 and keep the rook for the c file, but I think I'll keep my f rook for e1. We'll play in the center. You know, bishop takes h3 is bullshit. There's no way that works. He's just a complete maniac on tilt, I guess. Preventing that move g5. Now d6 is interesting. Sacking a pawn. g5 prevents kind of an important move for me, which is knight f4, use of that square in general. d6. Wow. Not sure he's really paying attention to my moves. But I mean, I think black, we didn't berserk here, because the first game for me, I mean, I'm not even awake yet. It's a very high rapid rating. Looks like black is lost after bishop takes b7. It's worse than it looks, because I have knight d5. I may in fact be winning, well, I'm just like winning a whole piece or something. It looks like I'm winning a whole piece. It's worse than just the exchange. He didn't really count on that. Bishop takes b7. What's up, guys? Hosting a really good time control, I think. You know, 10-0 Arena. This should be appealing to both Rapid and Blitz players. Do I hear any gift subs this week? Hey, that's a gift sub. Nice gift sub. Nope. Cameral 77. aka Musashi, has followed. 2 hours. 2 hours? That's an old one. What? It was 2 hours ago. First time chat. Oh, you're just in first time chat. Queen e6. Yeah. It's over. I mean, I could take the rook, but I prefer to like take an active piece than the rook on a8, which isn't doing anything. I'd rather be a clean knight up than leave him with all those active minor pieces. How are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? This last chance is to open up my king side with h3, but if I can trade queens, black's like hopelessly lost. Queen trade is game over when you're up a piece like this. So I'm trying to navigate an exchange of queens or something like that, or some sort of fatal blunder. Trying to lose a piece if I can. Luckily, I didn't lose a piece yet. Very aware. You know, another thing in Arena, like, maybe you should resign when you have a lost position. I mean, I don't know what his goal is, but if you're down a piece for nothing against a title player, I would resign, you know. I would resign against me in this position. But at some point, you know, you have to try. Resigning, I would resign against me. Queen takes, pawn takes, bishop takes e6, pawn takes rook. Well, anyway, we should probably just trade pieces. Oh no. Give me that. Yeah, he's not down with resigning. All right. No, I think it's better to resign. So we've got a total of 17 players thus far. Husky, wow, welcome. We're a little short of players over 2,000 here. There are a couple, but they're lurking. Okay, El Shakmat drew with Sung Prism. $15 CPL against 14. Nice game, the Caro-Kann. See, that's that's the problem with the Caro-Kann, man. It's like everybody knows 30 moves in the main line. So I played the Panov. Welcome, Shaki. Welcome, Husky. Welcome, E whatever. Join after dinner. Eurodin is here. All right. Join our community. Gift sub. Dinekis. Najdorf against Najdorf player. Play the Kraken. No, I'm going to play the Kraken. It's Kraken Arena. You don't have to play the Kraken, but I think Kraken is it's a good way to practice playing the Najdorf. If you can play the Kraken, you can, you know, it's like taking the weights off the baseball bat, man. You can swing a Kraken, you can swing a Najdorf. Bishop e3. Interesting. Interesting try. In the past, I haven't played this way, but I decided to try something a little bit gamey. E5, pawn takes pawn, queen f3, or e5, b4, pawn takes f6, pawn takes c3, pawn takes g7. Crackalopagus. The Galapagos. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You can join after my dinner. Don't let chess interfere with your dinner. Alright. Never let chess get in the way of a good dinner. Right? It's the Roy Lopez. The nice thing about the Kraken, though, is like we can, if white allows us, we can play a type of like relatively, interesting Philidor. In the Philidor, you're often getting in b5. You're trying to play like c6 and a6 and b5. So it's really not the greatest plan here, though. Let's say, my fianchetto is shut down by the f3 pretty seriously. It's not ideal that my bishop is really shut down by that pawn. Kraken for crypto. I'm sorry Nedog's not here. He would like that. Crypto for Kraken promotion. You can now donate crypto for Kraken. Asking for a QR code. No, I'm not joking. Manage your sub. Manage your sub to your own stream. What's up, everyone? 21 viewers. All right. Viewership is up. Oh my God! It's my turn. Knight h3. Time to develop. It's the Roy Lopez. It's the Kraken. It's the Najdorf. No, it's not a Najdorf. Definitely not a Najdorf. Man, I got a really, really sharp pain in the back of my neck. Masturbate, you're a pain in the neck. It feels like I have a bone sticking out of the back of my neck. Alright. Donate Kraken for crypto. Crypto for Kraken. Bitcoin is up. Queen d2. Takes on d4. Gain a tempo with knight c6. This is a tough one. My initial reaction was to go to d7, but this puts more pressure on his center now. He quickly played knight back to e2. He's looking for a Noah's... Have you seen my Noah's Ark trap? Not easy to execute that here, though. Execute Noah. Nice move, knight e2. But I think we need to bust Paul Curious. Paul Curious inspired central break. Yeah, I think it's time. You played the Roy Lopez. You just took pressure off of d5, so it's my turn to play d5. It's the Marshall Gambit. Marshall Gambit against, I don't know. It started out as a Kraken, now I'm playing the Marshall Gambit. Go figure. See how flexible the Kraken is. It can be anything. Kraken can become the Marshall Gambit. It's a non-gambit Marshall Gambit. Achieving d5 in the Roy Lopez, or any double king pawn, or Sicilian for that matter. That's the problem with taking the knight off of c3. He's totally giving up his pressure against e5. On the plus side, on the plus size, Asterbate, are you plus size? Mr. Coffee, plus size? On the plus size, you know, your pawn on d3 becomes a little more active. So there's definitely, you know, some benefit in this. The formerly horrible bishop at d3 actually enters the arena. Save money, massage your own neck. Alright, Kraken looks pretty stimulated. He was kind of bummed out that my fish died. They were actually pretty close. It was like his only friend, the Kraken. I don't know which pawn to take. He hasn't been the same since the fish died. I don't know if Dinekis does a lot of calculation. He just sort of plays moves that look good. No big deal, it's just a central pawn. Occupy. What did we learn today, Mr. Coffee? Anything? One surprising thing I learned. How about you? No one to whisper to how much I will eat you too. Alright, Aspay, keep it clean. Keep it clean here. Bishop g5. The Sveshnikov. What a beautiful pair of bishops you have, Masturbate. I want to play f5, c4. What if we just keep it simple? Simple. The Kraken and Fish conversations. So, it turns out that Kelsey Grammer is a Donald Trump fan. I was like, wow. I mean, can you imagine kind of playing like an intellectual character on TV? You know, it's disconcerting. Lost all respect for Kelsey Grammer. I mean, seriously, dude, like, that's just weird. Alright. As if I had respect for Kelsey Grammer, but whatever, he was just an actor. So, like, you play like a Boston intellectual on a TV show, you would think like the person wouldn't be that stupid. Can we just be up 3 pawns? He's tripled up. I don't like the rook doubleage there on the e file. Can I trade queens? I can't force a trade of queens. I need to activate here. He's a little bit too active for my liking. Rabid Kraken. Exactly. Well, I was just waiting for people to think that I misspelled it by accident. It was kind of like an IQ test. I always liked it. Rook takes f7. Dunekis is playing for a one-move tactic, down 2 pawns and a heavy piece ending. The rabbits. You know, if you like click on rapid category, there's that rabbit, right? You can't see it because it's disguised by my camera. But next to any rapid tournament, there's like a rabbit. So this is a rabbit arena. Rapid. Yeah, you just don't care about pawns too much, do you? Rook takes f7. Ah, I blundered rook takes f7. God damn it. Now he really has it. Rook f7, queen d8, check. Anonymous. You see, Anonymous can tell bad jokes, you know, on the stream because he's anonymous. He believed me. Now I will tell you, the first thing you do, you don't believe my comments. I tried to trick him into rook f7 and he did it. The Kraken. Nedog wants more Kraken videos. But you have to donate crypto for Kraken. You want more Kraken? You gotta donate more crypto. He fell for my rook takes f7. That was like his only tactical chance, waiting for that to happen. Ah, Kakatiri made it. He made it. He was lurking. I can tell who hasn't like blocked the messages from the Pawn and Horses team. Clearly Kakatiri gets the messages because he showed up. Something like 8% of members of the Pawn and Horses team have blocked. Zen Chess clearly gets the messages. He hasn't blocked us. The Bible thumping Acerbe, you know, does write some long messages. Uh-oh. The Najdorf. So, according to Zoltan Varga, we're supposed to play like knight b3. The bishop e5 is like the older way to play. I don't know the theory here. So what's up? Pawn takes pawn. I'm just supposed to play this like lame endgame. The anti-pope. Were you here for this discussion the other day? I was talking about Santa and Satan. And then we said there's a pope. So if there's a Santa and a Satan, we should have a pope and an anti-pope. An anti-pope-mobile. Anti-pope-mobile. The Grinch is the opposite of... Well, the Grinch, yeah, kind of loosely based on the Krampus. And by the way, like today is like Mikulás in Hungary, which is the day that like Santa or whatever, Mikulás, you know, Saint Nicholas would put like a present in your shoes. Move 11. It's an old Eastern European, you know, I guess Christian-based mythology, folklore, whatever. But there's the Krampus, right, which puts coal. It will put coal in your shoes. So you don't want my bishop to be traded for your bishop. Very well. Zen Chess has cleanly equalized with black. But I mean, this is a perfect variation to play against Zen Chess. Isn't the Grinch the opposite of Santa? My dog would do the same, but Grinch becomes good at the end. You know, he's like delivering the presents back. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. I didn't mean to like ruin the Grinch for everybody. Well, now what do I do? I didn't really want to trade my bishop. Maybe Zen chess has done better than Equalize. I feel like Zen chess's only like really tangible weakness is his endgame. So I was like, okay, no problem. Trading queens against Zen chess is probably like, you know, not that suboptimal. But in general, I mean, if you're facing a player who's, let's say, lower rated than you, you probably should try to beat them in all stages of the game. Grinch or no Grinch. How's my dark squares doing? How do you like my dark square driving? Good? Pawn dynamics. Pawn majority versus pawn majority. He has a minority attack on the queen side. This opening was not good. I don't understand. Like, what did I do? I'm supposed to play bishop g5? I had the feeling I was supposed to play bishop g5. It feels like I'm playing the exchange or Lopez. You know, I think it's bishop g5, isn't it? I'll have to ask Sully Varga, or just like check the opening explorer. It's not a dangerous line. I mean, it should be equal. But the way I played it, I'm slightly worse. Speaking of the Grinch, Uber Driver's here. He's been terrorizing the Boston chess scene again. The Metro Boston chess scene, not the actual Boston chess scene. So black is just thinking, sinking. I'm sinking. Ooh, my knight is kind of limited in terms of squares now. Knight a1, a5, a4, winning a knight. See, I think this is a questionable judgment by Zen chess. I can trade off his bishop pair now. Zine. I trade off his bishop pair and he's still... Whoa. That's not a good move. How about c3 or a3? None of the above. Zine chess. I think I might have equalized after move 15. Castle queenside. Got me. No, I want to trade on my terms. I say your bishop is not better than my knight. F5. Bishop could be better than a knight. Wow. Speaking of the Grinch. Wow. Damage to pawn structure detected. Now I could drift into worse. I could be worse. That bishop could be better than a knight. But maybe I should play c3. I mean, the truth about this ending is somewhere around equal. But, you know, it's possible that black could be better. I mean, if he can make his kingside, if he can make this 4-on-3 effective, the bishop could be stronger than a knight. But I mean, it could go either ways. You know, if I get a knight on f5 or stabilize a good knight on e4, like g4 and knight e4, I mean, I'm better. I'm talking too much about this ending. Knight c3 instead of f3. Jesus. You're kidding me, right? He's like, maybe knight c3 instead of f3. You don't say. that's like, obviously, dude. It's the Najdorf. Stating the obvious. No, bishop g5. That's what Barca plays. But I couldn't remember. It's still only equal, probably. That was that endgame, Karpov-Taimanov? Oh shit. You expect me to actually remember something? How dare you expect me to remember something? Move11, are you playing? Did you get my message? I totally spaced this weekend. I have a team game on Sunday, so if anyone's interested in training games, I'm available on Saturday. But we don't have to discuss our personal business here. I just was wondering if you're playing, Move11. Uh-oh. King centralization has been called. I think my first priority is knight mobilization. Normally it would be king centralization, right? First priority, knight mobilization. He's going to centralize his king. I'm going to centralize my knight. King d5. I think we all expect him to play king d5. That's like insane, right? This is what I expected you to play, like, in the first place. Maybe he made a mistake delaying this move, h5. So what happens on, like, knight e4, pawn takes pawn? I don't like it. This seems safer. There was that endgame. I read that already. I don't think I've ever had a game where Zen Chess had less time than me after 22 moves. You have to do more of these like early endgame variations. Against you in game training. You need to study like from the opening into the endgame by Medness, where he examines like specifically these like early endgame transition middle games. Uh-oh. Bishop e7. Okay, first order of business. Are you threatening me? Not yet. The answer is not yet. You know, this may have been a waste of time. I mean, I could have played like knight e4 and recaptured with my king on d1. Now I'm going to be losing a tempo if I attempt to do that, so I think I have to avoid exchanging rooks now. Which means like rook e1. Naughty, naughty. The Grinch. Now you're gonna double rooks on H file. What the move lacks in strength, it makes up for in subtlety. Actually, looks like a good move. The subtle nature of rook H7. Well, I'm not really in any danger, am I? Well, now I am. No. I mean, screw the tempo, right? Actually, that matters a lot. Whoa. Doubling down. Doubling down. Doubling down on dumb. No. Just kidding. You're not dumb. But I think that black is not better here. Shouldn't be. Could be a little worse. I need to really think about maybe berserking, but definitely not against Zenchess, who's pretty quick. He's constantly playing 5-0. He's like the worst player to berserk against. It's like his favorite time control. If we berserk. Guys, don't forget, subscribe, please, support the stream. We get some subscribers or gift subs. We've had no follows, no nothing. You guys know you can donate, support the stream. Just so you know. Just in case. Okay. Time. Okay. Time. Rook and knight versus rook and bishop. Knight versus bishop. Bishop versus knight. Symbolically preventing f5. Chess symbolism and its meaning in life. Gut instinct is that descending may be a draw, but not that easy. Check. I lose some control over the dark squares. I was surprised he went there. B4. A4. I don't know what to do. Putting my pawns on dark squares seems counterintuitive. It's only temporary. Oh no. I'm going to regret putting that pawn on that color. Like, seriously, gonna regret it. Time. B4? Yeah, I mean, you don't have a choice. He lost on time, and what's the deal with this ending? I mean, this is a draw. It should be a draw. Not so easy, though. I mean, white... Wow, king b5. You have to find that. That's insane. Although f5 is a draw, according to the engine. Wow. Sacking a pawn. Counterintuitive. Ujwal's in second place, and I haven't berserked yet. I need to start berserking. We need to get some low-rated players so I can berserk. No, it was not that bad a game by Zenchess. He lost on time. I was never winning. Asterby, what are you playing? The Kraken? What is that? Oh my god. Asterby, you're crazy, dude. What is going on there? Earning chess. Let's get some gift subs. Come on. Hype train. Our first hype train this year. The Alyakin defense. Where did that come from? Wow. Oh. You're going to do one of those things. I do that sometimes. That's really dubious. Highly dubious. Didn't we have this yesterday? No, that was something different. No, it was this. It was check, bishop d2. Something very similar. It's a 4 pawns attack. Thanks, Zenchess. Usually you're very quick. Used a lot of time in this one. Never say sorry to your opponent after you win. More of a poker rule, but I think it's also... Well, the auto GG when you win is kind of weird. Like, Zenchess lost and he said good game, and that's okay, but I think when you win, you should be like... You know, maybe the opponent doesn't want to hear GG after you win, you know? So be more sensitive about it when you win. You know, in Zenchess's case, he's like a good sport and says it when he lost, but if it was the other way around, I wouldn't be like, GG, after I won. Okay. Need to open the window. We got no oxygen in here. Oxygen, Kraken. I'm going to crack in the window open. What? What is that? Hello? It's the 4 pawns attack. What are you doing? There's no avenue. Good game after a draw. I guess, you know, nobody cares. Hello. 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 Kraken inspired dinosaur. Dinosaur. I don't think this is good for pawns attack learning chess. Pawns attack. Pawns attack. GG after a draw. Yeah, just don't say GG unless you lost. Then you're safe. Especially in a draw where like you just drew like 2 pieces down. This is an ideal situation to be like, GG. You just swindled a draw 2 pieces down against your opponent. What is this black player playing here? My God, man. What kind of opening is this? Who are you? Where do you come from? This is seriously demented stuff. Demented dog. I'm gonna call the bluff call. Go. This is very, very weird. You know, you're playing a lot like that other account. I play chess for fun or whatever. I don't know, I'm becoming paranoid. There are like weird like multiple account people who have like 2 different accounts that they play like differently. I mean, we have the simul, you know, we have the simul team. There's the one guy who has 5 or 6 accounts. If there's a guy like that out there who has like five players in my simul, 5 accounts in my simul, imagine how many other weird accounts are out there doing all kinds of strange stuff. Whatever happened to Cheesy Noob? Speaking of weird accounts. I always thought he was like an engine at first. And then, you know, he has such a strange style. It was like, can't possibly be human and play like that. But in the end, it turned out he was real. It just was hard to adapt to his like insanely bizarre style. Perrin Ibarra. 7-7. You're welcome. Hello. Ibarra. Yeah, this is like... I mean, how many games do I have against this guy? 72 games? That's a lot. I can't really put learning chess into words. It's very strange. I can't understand him, you know, like he seems to play very normally and then other times very, very strangely. And very strong and other times like very, very badly. There's this very high level of inconsistency in his play that I don't really quite understand, you know. Student bodies. So my d-pawn is subtly undermined, becoming subtly undermined by black's pieces. Now knight back to c3. Like he's ahead of me by a minute with this ultra bizarre. It's almost like he's trolling me, you know. You could write a book about the weird games I've played with learning chess. It feels like they're trolling me, you know. Almost. Like what kind? Like try to see like how weird you can play and get away with it to a degree or something. Black's still okay here after 15 moves of totally bizarre chess. Maybe I'm better, but I'm not sure at all. You know, this, to me, that's very strange. You know, the play feels like you're trolling me. I mean, I'm not certain. I'm just saying, like, it's almost like they're out there with like an engine turned on. Not playing the best moves, but trying to find like weird moves to play that make the game really bizarre on purpose or something. Able to do it like quickly They've had winning positions against me like 15 times, and their score is 69-3. How can you explain that? You know, how do you have like 15 winning positions against me, yet you've only won 3 games? You know, it doesn't even add up. There's so many games where they were winning against me and they didn't win, or strangely blundered. I don't even know where to begin, you know. It's like the whole thing is choreographed. That's what I guess would best explain Black's play. Choreographed, you know, is what it feels like. Doesn't feel human whatsoever. Like you're playing like a really weird bot that that's programmed to just play strangely. It's definitely not human. But it's also not programmed to play the best possible moves. So you can't really get a handle on it. That's what I feel like. I mean, if you think about the speed at which they're coming up with very strange moves here, he's still a minute ahead on the clock. Like, I don't know where to start. There's also the fact that they're totally anonymous. They never ever reveal their identity. At some point that kind of annoys me, you know, Anonymous. Anonymous is really him and like 6 other accounts named Anonymous. But not to be confused with Anonymous, who's also anonymous. I mean, the Anonymous thing is kind of okay, but it's like once you've played like 70-something games with me, it kind of bothers me that you're still anonymous. Uber Driver was like that. He was torturing me by keeping his identity secret, you know, and it's fine for like the first like 100 games or something, but then at some point you're like, okay, we've played 100 games, like you know, you shouldn't be anonymous to me anymore after 100 games. Bishop F5, of course. I mean, my position is very strangely sort of precarious. Oh, I don't want to know your name. I do think I revealed my name. No, don't tell me. You ruin all the fun now. I'm going to lose a piece at some point here. Uber Driver was someone who knew me in real life, so that was like especially annoying. I don't get learning chess though. It's so strange. Hippopotamus? You know, is this like Black dropping a piece? After all that, he dropped a piece. As I said, he's not using an engine to play the best moves. He's just using like a weird bot to play the weirdest moves he can think of. Definitely doesn't seem human either. You know, I can't imagine playing like this guy. It's totally weird. 24,000 bullet games. That's a lot, dude. 3,300 blitz games. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's just like playing a massive amount of bullet games did something to the style. It just turned you into a really weird player who does totally random stuff. Yeah, I mean, I try to tell people not to do this. I mouse slip the ending. But that's the last game. I mean, if you look at this game, like, check out the position after 15 moves of bizarreness. He's, like, still fine. What did happen to Cheesy Noob? I'd like to know. Is anybody... We haven't seen him on the stream since forever, and he was a regular here. I just would have to go back and like show you guys all the games where learning chess was like winning against me. There were a lot. And then finally they end up with a score that, like, doesn't even seem possible. Cheesy Noob went and joined the French Legion. Yeah, I don't know. Can I do this? You can never be, like, comfortable playing anonymous players because you always are paranoid, like somebody's doing something fishy. We turn into Kramnik. I had a big coffee like an hour ago and I'm still sleepy. We have, like, terrible weather here. Yeah, I knew you would do that. I had a weird feeling about that move. Right? Give a check. Totally bizarre. It's obviously an engine move, rook d8. I can't rationalize learning chess's play as a human, you know, without there being some kind of weirdness involved. Like, they're trying to use the bot to play weirdly. I don't get it, man. Check out this opening. Obviously, it's bad for black. There's no question about it. But at some point, it looked like I went too far. My personal moment was like here on bishop f6. Black's clearly worse, but still not, like, really lost necessarily after playing such a crazy opening. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, was bishop c5 best? Was it? Looks like I might have made another inaccuracy before that. No, I thought about going back to c3. In fact, I might have even mentioned it. But it seemed too crazy. And the other thing is, like, how fast he plays, you know. I mean, if I take my time and start thinking move 11, I'm in trouble against them. I mean, the play is coming so fast. I guess it's not that necessarily they're suspicious, it's just that their style is so weird that to me it's like a bot or something. I can't rationalize it being like a human player, you know, them. I can't possibly imagine how black could play like that so strangely. Pretty much everyone else in the stream here, I don't really feel that way about, you know, but learning chess has a really bizarre style. Still depressed. Don't worry about blitz games, Lady in Black. Krennic will tell you it doesn't matter. Xerox, where's Xerox? He forfeited? Xerox, you made it and then you forfeited? You know, Ujwal seems normal, Kakatiri, Sun Prism's new, Husky, everybody's... There's just these weird style players. Learning Chess, one of them, Crazy Noob, Cheesy Noob, whatever his name was, one of them. I play people that I just can't possibly identify, like, how could they play like they play? It's so strange, you know, without being a computer. I guess we should call it, like, the Cheesy Noob effect. I'm paranoid they're an engine even though they're not, because their style is so bizarre. But I still don't understand how Learning Chess has so many winning position against me, and he's still like 3. His score is like the same as Acerbate's or something. And Acerbate is 300 points lower. Or 200 points lower. Plus, obviously, learning chess is really strong in bullet, so the speed matters. I have done no berserking. But I don't feel the need to do berserking. Until now. Hiroku's like normal. They're not too fast. They're not like a fast player. It's like perpetual tilt. But it's weird, man. You know, it's not tilty in a kind of tactical way. If you look at learning chess's style, it doesn't feel really tilted in a standard way. You know, like people sort of tilt, they start sacrificing everything, going completely nuts. It's like positionally tilted. I didn't play this right. We talked about the Johnny Hector Gambit before. This is opening fail. White opening fail. Make your bishops bad again. Or not at all. When in doubt, just make your bishops not at all. Don't you hate the French? Oh, hate the French. Tell me about it. One of the openings I hate, I truly hate. Knight takes d5. Do you have any tactics? No? Nothing? I have nothing. Zilch. 0. Is my queen trapped yet? Since when does Hiroku play the French? You played like the Alekhine, the Brooklyn Alekhine variation. Where does this French come from? How the heck is he playing the French suddenly? How dare you? You're not allowed to change openings. You have to play the Brooklyn variation of the Alekhine forever. I didn't mean to take back on d4. I don't know, I'm having like dementia again. I'm supposed to castle here. It's air pollution. I guess it's air pollution. I don't know. I can't think straight. I like black's position. Black is better. Black is beautiful. Man, and I have 3 minutes to play with slightly worse. Great. Wait. What? Yeah, what am I doing? Like, what is this? It's a disaster. Rook c2, queen a5, rook c1. What does that even do? What am I doing? I mean, this is stupid. Knight a4. I think Hiroku is like purposely making the ratings all 1700. Like your ratings are too close together. Usually I'm complaining that like, come on dude, your ratings are like 1765, 1726, 1753, and 1756. That's like that's unnaturally close together. They're unnaturally close together. Your ratings are too close together. I'm always complaining they're like too far apart. That's unnatural. That's like 1799, 1799, 1799. Dinekis used to do that. Who else? Just a coincidence. There are no coincidences. Guys, please donate and support the stream. Not here tonight. What am I gonna do? And Hiroku's freaking good. Another player whose score should be higher against me. 110 to 7. $110 to 7. You're close to learning chess. I think Heroku though. Wait a minute, I'm confusing Heroku with Goju again. I did that. Oh, I'm so crazy. I'm sorry, you guys probably pointed it out in the chat. I'm talking about Goju. I'm like, wait, why do I always get them confused? Goju's 2000 and he's playing in the tournament, and he's the one who plays the Brooklyn variation. Heroku is Heroku. Ah, so Heroku, you don't normally play like this. Heroku changed styles. That's what's so weird about it. You're playing like a rational game. What's going on? He's normally a complete maniac. What happened here? I'm getting him confused with Goju again. Why am I getting him confused? Why do I always get him confused? Because the names aren't even similar. They're a different number of letters. Their ratings aren't that close. I don't understand why I get Goju confused with Heroku. Maybe they started watching around the same time. They have completely different styles, and Goju is more like correct and kind of positional. Heroku is the one who would just like randomly sacrifice stuff like a complete maniac. But more time-oriented player than average players. Spay 4. When did you become all like ultra positional French defense player? I guess we haven't played in a long time, but if I had known you were Heroku, I wouldn't have berserked against you. Big mistake. I'm thinking like Goju. Can I join team? I don't know. You have to send me a request to join the team. Did I get a request? Ah. Can you join the team? Do you have 100 rated games? That's the only requirement. Yep. Alright, you can join the team. Other person. No. Shish kebab. No games. Decline. Alright. Now, so after confusing my opponents with one another, I regret that I berserked because Heroku is all fast and plays like bullet speed, whereas Goju uses his time. Okay. Now we are pawn up. Nice pawn sacrifice, maybe. Big mistake. You don't berserk against this guy. He's all quick. Bad player to berserk against. With the quickness. Now he's screwing it up. I confuse you guys. I know, I confuse myself. I have dementia. I can't remember who's who. Yeah, bishop c6. Nice move. Queen d2 check. Bishop takes f3 and then penetrate with your queen. I think it's pretty good compensation. Damn it. He saw that. You don't want to trade queens. Why? Tell me now. The game never starts. No, what happens is like somehow your page didn't, you know, someone's page doesn't like update. It happens to me occasionally. It happens to Astrobate constantly. Right? This is going to be hard. I'm gonna have to push my central pawns. Stop playing for time. Time, man. Alright. He's a berserker. What's up, guys? Let's see if we can get a donation or a gift sub or a bit donation or something today. He's trading. Alright, I should really get in d5 sooner rather than later. Bishop f1. He did it. I called it. The power of the psychic mind meld. I'd like to see you do that. I used my psychic Vulcan mind meld, and it worked. Just tell them what you want them to play. He heard me. Heard me thinking it. He did it for you, Nedog. If you think something... No, it's not a coincidence. I felt he wanted to play Bishop f1. I could just feel it, like, right through the screen. A3. A3. Pre-move. Watch this pre-move. He didn't do it. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh well. Join the wall. The pawn wall. Now you will suffer. Beep. 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 Haha. Beep. Stalemate. Stalemate. This is a stalemate. 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 Alright. Confusing my opponents, man. Big mistake. I would have never berserked against him. Opening was a freaking disaster, man. I can't believe this position has been played by white. It's like awful for white. Minus 0.4. Minus 0.2 for white. Nice opening. God, the exchange variation is awesome. I can manage to like lose my good bishop and be negative 0.2 with white. Ugh. Stream snipe. Nedog! You missed all of our stream action. Are you in? Oh no, Husky's in second place already. Husky's played 4 games in 5 minutes, and he's already in second place. He's 2578 now. Going on 2700. He's pushing the limits of normal rating. You know, there. His blitz is too low for his rapid. Okay, 150 points. That's the maximum, really. Unfortunately, sometimes I have to work. I wish I had more work, but I don't have enough students. People don't want to learn chess, sadly. If only we could find a sponsor for Nedog. I could have made Nedog a contender. Yeah, Nedog. What if I get you to like? What if I hire you to to move my storage unit stuff. If you need a job. I don't have money right now, but I'm gonna have to hire you to do that storage unit move for me at some point. Husky, you have no shortage of work? Husky, you have enough work, you just have to work too much. That sucks. I wish I had that problem. B5's too early. Delayed Kraken. Kraken for NetOb. Kraken. Oh, now you can donate crypto. You can donate crypto for Kraken. B5 is the Uber driver variation, no? B5, E5, B4. Uber donation. Where's Uber driver's not chatting? He must be like driving or something. He's usually saying some kind of shit about Big Bobby and Mama. Where's what happened to Big Bobby and Mama? And by the way, like I started playing the Nidorf because I realized it's like an improved Kraken. Big Bobby, Mama, and Fred. I'm thinking his like stepdad must have been like named Fred or something. He's constantly referencing Fred. Big Mama. Oh no. Dude, I've been here already. What the hell's going on? Queen E2? Jeez. I feel like I've been here already. What's with Queen E2? What is that? Everybody finds Queen E2. Now I'm scared. Whoa, Insta D5. But should I play Knight B4? No. He's playing like it's bullet. So he's got mostly bullet games. Ooh, rapid is like 2578 based on 156. Extremely high. But it's mostly speed, you know, fast games. I was lucky he played, you know, Bishop takes E7. Because honestly there I thought, okay, F4 is coming now. Am I okay here? Am I better? Am I worse? What? King H1. Why would you play King H1, I wonder? Oh, that's why. That's why you played King H1. What about me? Like, can I do something active? Should I? Allow F5? I don't think so. F5's not happening. It's a good thing he doesn't have Knight B5. You can play like pawn takes pawn. Well, that's why he played it. Now I understand. Crazy position. I have an even score against Husky with mostly draws. What happens on pawn takes pawn? This is like, you know, positional avenue. that can be better for white or beneficial to white. Positional avenues. Should I even play king e5 because it'll just get attacked by a knight at some point? It's a good question. So king e5, knight e2. I can play king e5. And then on knight e2, I have to think about c5 or c6. He didn't take it? Oh my gosh. Am I mated yet? That's a combative thing to do. Do you think like most people would have taken en passant? Check. Pawn bishop coordination. Pawn and bishop friend zone. Yeah, we'll move your stuff. Or the Kraken will get you. What's that about knight c4? Man, he's so fast. It's incredible. It's incomprehensible. You can never know what's going to happen next around here. What's going to happen next? Huh. Wait a second here. A3. Okay. What did I expect him to play there? Okay, he doesn't want to have more pawns on on that color complex. King e5. I don't know what I'm supposed to play. It's weird. B5, B4. Jesus. I don't want to do that. I guess it's just equal. I don't have to take a draw. But I mean, I don't think that either side's going to win here. I was wondering if he had b3 though. If he was better. If he is he better if he plays b3? So perfect game by both sides. Rather than a3, b3, I thought. Yeah, b3 is the engine's #1 move. It's counterintuitive because it's like putting your pawns on white squares, but you're threatening to play knight c4, so this is not a joke. I was actually afraid of knight c4. I couldn't evaluate this though. You know, I thought I was in trouble. But I can go a4. And I have a tempo move, and I go here. I just wasn't sure what was happening in that king and pawn game. Perfect game by both sides. The Kraken. No more draws. Oh, there's Uber Driver. Yeah, you missed a lot in that game. So did I. There's Uber Driver. At least I destroyed our streaks. Come on. No, I thought, like, you know, he helped me by playing bishop takes e7. You shouldn't trade bishops because you have more space. Once you play bishop takes e7, I'm out of the opening. You should try to find a way to not exchange pieces in the opening. And then you still have an advantage. Move 11, though. Good to see you playing. Finally, we got move 11 to play. Guys, don't believe Uber Driver's nonsense. Yeah, well, that's why I play it. No one's supposed to be familiar with it. That's the point of the Kraken. But I'm not sure the way I played it was right. You know, knight c6 didn't seem right. I still haven't ironed out all the details yet. And NetDog's waiting for the release of more videos. Another Caro-Kann. Wow. Wow, that's a weird move. So comes some kind of bizarre gambit. The bizarre gambit. F4 is a little risky. Look at some trappy stuff here. It's some kind of Eric Rosen blog opening. As the Caro-Kann community, it's bullet stuff. Jeez. Bulletville. Welcome to Bulletville. Bizarred. Someone bizarred. He's playing like Martin Merva, Grandmaster who plays dubious Krakens. Blatantly playing dubious Krakens, knowing fully well that his Krakens are unsound. Player of unsound Krakens. Nils. He who says bullet is chess is either stupid or has never played chess. Good one. Good one. Planning on at some point trading pieces, but like that my bishop keeps this pawn protected. This guy is pretty tricky for 1600 though. I mean, decent for 1600. Hey, that's a nice bass you got there. Knight f6 exactly. He's ready for that. I'm already anticipating it. Yeah, that's a sharp move for random 1600. This is a new player in our team. I don't know. They were accepted, but they're a little too good for 1600 already, as you can see. Too good for 1600. Not that they played great, but a combination of speed and relative craftiness is a little too good for 1600. Maybe 1600 FIDE, you know, but not 1600 lichess. Yes, of course their opening is unsound and they're down a pawn for nothing, but still, you know, the speed and relative, you know, relatively reasonable compensation. I would say more like 1900. Another good move, knight h5, which is really what I anticipated. Look at this maneuvering. I mean, this is no 1600. My butt, Kraken, you're 1600. This is Uncle, who's like 1980, playing on his account. You don't play like 1600. Once Larry did that really mean to somebody, Nedog, did he ever tell you that story? Larry was telling the story how he like beat this guy down, took all of his rating points, and then he made like some kind of like snide comment after the game. He was like, the guy went from 2500 to like 2350 or something after Larry beat him like 15 games in a row. And he was like, you know, you play, you know, you really play, you know, better. You don't really play like 2500, you play like a 2350 or something. I kind of messed up the story. It sounded funnier the way that Larry told it, but he like beat the guy down, took all of his rating points, and then like insulted him at the end by like making a joke about, you know, like his rating was inaccurate or something. Finally, cracking. This guy ain't no 1600, dude. Give me a break. I don't like that, you know. Your 1600 maybe in India. On Indian lichess, your 1600. Not on this lichess. He's wicked fast too. 1649. Come on, bro. He's 1800 in bullet. It's like playing Zen chess almost. He's lining up the rooks on the king side. I'm not sure about this AA4, B4, B4 thing, whatever it is. B4. H5. Nice try though. He's trying. Okay, he's 1800 bullet, and that gives you, because his bullet is higher than the Blitz and Rapid, it gives you, I guess, a better indication of what we're dealing with here. Player who's primarily playing for speed. They're actually pretty decent, though. I mean, if they didn't give me a pawn for nothing in the opening, right? Imagine if they didn't play the Caro-Kann Gambit with e5. Like, you could actually have a decent game if you just played a normal opening. The only reason I'm winning is because he gambited a pawn on move 4. Yeah, the wicked, I don't bust that word out too much these days. But I was living on the Cape for a while, you know, some time ago. I'm so sorry we never met up before. When I was still living in the States, now. Sorry. We start running some pawns. Rent a pawn. But if he wasn't down that e5 pawn, you know, the guy's pretty quick. Pawn rental. Damn. One of my pawns is in trouble, it looks like. Yeah, I mean, this really is kind of sus speed for that rating. All right, now we got to get in there. G6, G7. Let's even G7. Your other G6. We got him. Too many passed pawns. But still, I mean, you know, 1600 player, I should win like 99.5% of the time. I say he's from India. Alright, next. Back to tournament. Ooh, Husky. Somebody has to hold Husky hostage. Hold Husky hostage. Hostage is not, he's not playing anymore. Okay. Kakatiri also has the record number of games here. Kakatiri is breaking master. Guys, let's get some gift subs out there. Break out your gift subs. We need glasses, chair. We're almost... Actually, Nils messed up our donation bar because he he donated for lessons. He's FIDE 1300. You're probably from India, you know, where everybody is like 400 points underrated. FIDE has some rating issues. You're Lithuanian, wow. Alright, everywhere has rating issues with the lower end of the rating. The lower end of the rating system is totally random. I mean, okay, you're not... You're pretty quick, but you need to focus more on playing instead of quickness, you know. Focus on trying to play well. Too much effort. Yeah, e5 is crazy. Too much effort on trying to play fast. I think it's a mistake that a lot of people are making. Move 11. Can we get to move 11? Move 11 is... He's on Kraken team. Team Kraken. You're going to play... No Kraken today. I should have played the reverse Kraken. Oh, shit. I forgot to play reverse Kraken. Let's play the Bodler. Move 11 has a special variation here. Well, the Bodler is normally not good. It's like a London system on the other side of the board. But there are certain cases, like against G6 it's okay, and against D6 it's sort of okay. You know, otherwise it's just garbage. Really, G6 and D6 are the only moves where it's like playable for white. Last time he played knight F6 in a game. So that's kind of a weird move. I want to see what would happen. And now we're following my game with Albert Vida from 2004. I've also played with white. I told him, I think I told him not to do this with black. Now we could play the Smith-Morrow, right? Wait, is this a Smith-Morrow? Oh, snap. Get out your Esserman books. He's not accepting it. He won't take that. He won't take it. Wait, it's a hippo, Uber driver. Look, black's playing the hippo. Bishop g5. Provoke that hippo. This isn't in the Esserman book. Wait, who's Esserman again? Okay, pawn takes transposes. Back to theory. Anyone under 2,000 will get an increase. Starting 2024. NetUp doesn't have a rating. He's like, really? Dude, you don't even have a rating, NetUp. What are you excited about? He's like, really? Anyone under 2,000 will get an increase of 40% difference between their rating and 2,000. NetUp's there, man. It is weird. Of course it's weird. I had this against Kishlik. Eric, the greatest chess teacher in history. Kishlik. He has 7 million students online, I've been told. How about bishop e3? Stay on the pawn. I don't want to trade for your crappy bishop. I drew with Kishlik. I got nothing. I think I totally messed it up. It was like equal. It's still probably equal though. This line is okay for black, but my impression was that actually my final word on this is that black should probably play d6, move 11. He doesn't listen to me. All right. No, like the FIDE rating system is broken, so now they're looking at ways to dramatically, try to fix it. But Arpad Alo never designed the rating system to be like what they're trying to make it do, like to go down to whatever limitless bottom, the limitless bottom of whatever the minimum rating can be. The original system was created for people to be like between like 2,000 and higher, I just don't think it works. Broken rating systems. What do you play on bishop g5? F hot. In Hungarian, hot 6 is hot, so if hot, f6. The arcane. I should stream some Hearthstone after this, Asterbait. I'll bust some arcane spells out on your ass. Red Dead Redemption isn't getting enough views, so I'll have to start doing Hearthstone. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll stream Red Dead Redemption on Kick or something, and I looked on Kick and there's 2 viewers. I don't know about Kick, man. I don't think it's gonna work. There's 2 viewers if you stream Red Dead Redemption. Probably it's just good for slot streamers. RIP. I don't think they can overthrow Twitch. Slots is the future of streaming. Online slots. Very reliable. Nothing degenerate about that. Online slots and pools, beaches, and hot tubs. Higher rated players complaining they're losing too many points. No, I mean, everybody has seen it. I mean, it's been getting dramatically, ridiculously worse. Years ago, like, grandmasters would rarely ever go below like 2400, and now it's like a regular occurrence for me to see grandmasters who are in the mid like 2300s, for example. I mean, Jesus, like Smyslov retired when he was like 80 and he was still like 2500. You know, like if Smyslov was still alive today, he'd be like 2210 or something. I mean, wow, he found queen d6. That's a good move. What, it took you so long? That's funny. He thought forever. It's like he didn't see queen d6. I didn't see it either. If I had seen it, I would have played it immediately. You have to play queen d6. It's like there is no other move. What were you thinking about? If I had realized you had that move, I would have played it for you. Alright. What do I do? I'm threatening nothing. So, I could try extreme chess moves. Extreme chess moves, knight e2. How about knight b5? Maybe he didn't like knight b5. There's got to be some reason why he didn't like it. He didn't like queen d6 for some reason. Knight b5? What do you go? Like queen b4, knight c7? Knight b5, queen d7. He didn't like that. That's mildly awkward. Knight b5, queen d7. Now I don't know. I need a move. Like g4. g4, a6. Knight b5, queen d7. Exclamation point. Even queen b8 is possible. Can I play a normal move, so to speak? Like knight d5. I'm just not sure this is anything. There's a couple moves here for black, I think. I think it's a mistake. I'm releasing the tension. Tension headache. (2301). I feel like I'm losing my rating points already. I mean, knight d5, I don't know. I just like couldn't justify knight b5. It's against fundamentals. Even if he has to play queen d7, we both have pieces that are strangely placed. I don't see how that helps me. I looked at like knight b5, queen d7, g4, then asked myself like, what am I doing? You know. Check this out. Knight b5, queen d7, g4, a6. I think black is okay, you know. I'm going to compromise my whole king side. g4 is trash. It's a terrible move. Knight b5 is artificial, so what am I supposed to play? Redundant knight. Redundant. You're redundant. Your redundancy. Your redundancy. This is my main reason for playing knight takes d5, so I could like move my bishop to f4 and act like, you know, I'm doing something. His royal doodliness. That's close to your lord redundancy. That's what I'm going to go by from now on. Screw the sir and sire. Just call me Lord. Lord redundancy. Lord redundancy. Doodliness. Nice to meet you. You gotta respect people with at least semi-creative names. Hello, and thanks for not saying like, hello, sir. That's the worst. Everybody's like, hello, sir. Creativity. Sire, Lord, your Lord chess ship. Big time wannabe. So where's his time going? Queen d8. Sire, homeless person. $33 to go. So if... What's his name? Nedis? Nedis. Well, that makes sense. It's Lithuanian for Ned. Neds. No, that's like Latvians that do the S thing. So, knight takes f3 check. Okay. Well, our pieces are good. No weaknesses. Say Ned's is 1,300 FIDE. So if they adapt his rating, right, they would change it. So the average, what did you say, Mr. Coffee? Soroche subscribed. Yes. We got a subscription today. Soroche, one of our oldest friends here. I mean, oldest in terms of following my stream for a long time. I'm surprised Soroche isn't like... Soroche must have had a long break. It said subscribe to tier 1. He must have had multiple... What's up with that? He says he subscribed for 18 months. He must be subscribed for more than 18 months. Okay. His royal hardiness. Oh, I think we have a problem. I kind of just like missed the boat here. Kind of sort of missed the boat. But okay, his queen's attacked. But where do I put my queen then? You know, everything is bad. I can play queen d1. And on knight e2 check, move my king. And now his queen's hanging. Is there another option? Knight e2 check. I'm not dropping a bishop because black's queen is hanging. Was, as in the past tense, queen was hanging. Okay, now what? Still black's queen and knight are annoyingly active. If I play knight d5, what is it, a draw by repetition? we do like knight d5, queen a6. Knight takes a8, queen f4, black's quite active. You know, I don't like giving you my bishop here. Not under those conditions. It's a nice move. Queen f6. Queen f6, knight d5 again? Again? Bagoop. Oh. There's some weird ideas in this position. I want you to go back to a6. I take it back. I won't play knight c7. Soroche with 18 months. It's more like 18 years. You've been following my stream. Soroche was our first moderator. He must have been here for a while. Big shoes for Mr. Coffee to fill. I had a stupid idea of like bishop h6. Position is just getting like kind of irritating at this point. I just have nothing. I don't know, what am I even doing here? You can, ooh. Just moved his rook. It's totally equal. Maybe I'm a tiny bit better. I mean, the pressure on the file is probably worth more than this pawn. Seventh rank is worth more than a pawn. Foliage. Fall foliage. He has to play bishop e6. What else would he do? Now my rook's not in the 7th rank anymore. It's a draw. We probably like both. I probably missed something. I mean, maybe the game was perfect, but I doubt it. There's too much going on there. I mean, we actually were following a game up until move 9. Move 11? No. Castles is a new move for you. Now we're back into theory. Okay. So knight f5 was played once. It's a bad move because of bishop g5. So you got in trouble with this. You were in trouble here. Yeah, I missed something. Alright. I missed something there. Uh-oh, Ujwal is coming up. 25 minutes left. Thanks for destroying my streak starter, move 11. No, you had bishop takes h3. I saw that. That wasn't anything. I missed something else. At least we got one good sub today. We're killing it. We're killing it in the live stream here. We've got enough viewers. If you guys are interested in lessons, like, please contact me. You can do learn command. Exclamation point learn, exclamation point donate. We're collecting crypto for Kraken. I didn't see any clear wins, but the engine seems to think that I had something there with when you took on d4, it was a mistake. Ujwal again. Wow, d4. I never get anybody playing d4 against me. Don't play the London. No, we said no, no, no. Thank you. No London, no London. Boring, bad. Bad, bad, it's bad. London is for losers. I'll let it go if you're a beginner, you know, and you're like under 1400. You know, you're allowed to play the London, but otherwise it's just overrated and like a clickbait Eric Rosen opening. So E3 is very unusual. We had another game like this. If I trade pawns, it becomes more like a Panov. I don't remember what I did last time. Yeah, it's perplexing me, this thing. So I can play Queen A5 because Queen A5 is always bad. Now, this particular position though, I mean, I'm threatening bishop takes C3 with check. He can't sack that. Like, there's no bishop coming back to D2 either. If I exchange pawns, all bets are off. Then white has bishop D2 here. So bishop F6, bishop takes C3 check. You know, what are white's options now? If you can't get the bishop back, you know, the obvious suggestion would be knight E2, but what's happening after knight E2, knight E4? There's also the weird pawn takes pawn, knight E2, pawn takes pawn. Oh my gosh. So this is really weird. Now I have knight E4, but that's not unusual. You get knight E4, queen E4, bishop takes C3 check, and then some kind of insane king D1 move, you know. We'll have to go. I mean, it's not normal, but like I've seen this happen in, well, the London of all things, right? What about pawn takes pawn now? Pawn takes pawn, bishop takes F6, pawn takes C3. No. Pawn takes C3, and then just play with a better structure. It's kind of funny. Pawn takes D4, bishop takes F6, pawn takes C3, bishop takes C3, bishop takes C3, check. You know, and then we have an ending where I have a better structure. We got something. Oh, Ned followed. That's how I lost a piece to George Leonard in like 1986. But not, obviously it was at Cambridge Springs. Can't believe Ujwal fell for it. I forgot to berserk. Annoying drunk tourists. I couldn't make out what they were speaking. Could be some kind of Slavic language. Queen F5. No. Alright, he's down a piece. Boom. Drunk girl on the stream. Stabilizing the pawn structure. I like playing the Panov up a piece. I'll take that. So I'm good with this game, if you're good with this game. I am very lucky. I was very lucky. Now yearn. Yearn for a vasectomy. You made me yearn for a vasectomy. No, I'm just kidding. Tell your story to the world, Nedog. I should really trade pieces here at some point, but I could get into some kind of weird pin there. Oh, that's alright. He's got to recapture. I mean, whatever. Learning and yearning. Nedog had his tubes tied. Uh-huh. Knight on e5. Okay, that's too much detail now. Too much info. Look at this dynamic counterplay for our opponent. Not really excited about that. He's seriously going to play a piece down and not resign and play the next round. Damn. Play another game, Schnoofy. Real-time strategy games? No. I should probably, but never got into it. Risk global domination. Alright, dude, you're pissing me off now. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors games. I remember years ago on Ultimate Bet they actually had rock, paper, scissors. You just brought back that weird memory from all those years ago. On UB you could play rock, paper, scissors for money. Oh, snap. Totally forgot about that. That's pretty funny. This guy is hardcore. My son would probably like it. He's 13 and he's more into games like that. I'll have to ask him about it. Maybe he's heard of it. This guy is just not a resigner. But he's not going to be able to get any points like this. What? He just dropped his c3 pawn. Okay, you can't allow a trade of queens after, you know, here you have to resign. And try to play another game, Schnoofy. Tower defense games. You're such a nerd, Nedog. Alright. We're talking about strategy games, and you're talking about rock, paper, scissors. Dude, there was this really crazy thing I heard on the news. There's a totally unrelated, but I just didn't mention it. There are these professors at NYU, like Yale and NYU, who they think they found like a connection where some traders knew about the invasion of Hamas invading Israel like in advance, because they detected some really weird transactions taking place like a few days. There's a conspiracy that some kind of insider trading took place regarding the knowledge of Hamas like invading Israel or whatever. Totally unrelated to what we're talking about, but I just thought it was an interesting. You're talking about interesting reads. I want insider trading information. Alright, as if I had any money to invest. Sparkle horse move 11. Again, I get move 11. Exactly, dude. No, I mean, no, even it was worse. They said it's even more blatant than before COVID. Like really, the pattern was very alarming. You know, but it hasn't been peer researched yet. It's just a new study out, but peer reviewed or whatever. They said it was like way more like substantive, as far as like pretty obviously something going on there than even the COVID one. 5 days before or something like that, all of a sudden, like, weird transactions started taking place with the Israeli stock market or something. Castles. Alright, I don't want your pawn. What if I don't want your pawn? What if I say no? It's my game with Atzel. Not Atzel, the other guy. Gergely, whatever his name is. No, Gergely. Antal Gergely. I played this gambit with black against Antal Gergely, like back in 2017, and Move 11 knows about that. Queen A3 or whatever. So I don't feel like doing that here. Theoretical novelty. Queen H4. This is probably nothing. That was just the most interesting article I read in the news today. Most of the shit you read is not very interesting, but Grandmaster blog spammers. Good reads, a lot of good reads on lichess blogs. Hey, here's the secret to puzzle chess online. Idiots. Who gives these people Grandmaster titles? Grandmaster of spamming, maybe. Spam Grandmaster. Spam Master. And SM. Blog Spam Master. What? I'm getting a little bit too provocative here in my old age. Is my queen hanging? Oh shit. I'm reading the chat. GG missed the queen. Knight B4. Queen A5. G5, F6. I'll just keep shouting out moves. Hopefully he's watching, getting confused. What if you just start messing with people's minds? C7. Bishop B7. Rook G8. Just keep suggesting insane moves. Rook F8. Mouse slip, King F8. It's actually not that bad. If he mouse slips King F8, it's like what happened in round 1 against Ujwal. Guys, thanks for the subscription today. I'll buy some bread tomorrow. And, no, seriously, I appreciate your support. The tournament stream is not usually one where we get a lot of donations and whatnot. I've come to accept my fate. Bishop F6. Okay, my plan was to go to G3. But Bishop F6 is a good move. I had anticipated Bishop G5. Why am I bailing on Bishop G5? Because of Queen A5? That's nothing. Why am I bailing on Bishop G5? Because it's just because it sucks? Or is there another reason? Honestly, I thought when I played Queen H4, he should maybe consider H6. But obviously, it's not an auto move. If he plays H6, my queen is a little bit awkward. But he can't castle then, so it's not easy to play H6. I didn't think he would play that. I'm not sure he should. Probably he should just castle, objectively. Why do anything fancy? Keep it simple. Oh no. Oh no, I miscalculated. Mate. Underwhelming. This is very underwhelming. I've got a serious problem now. Well, I mean, it's not like there's a choice. I'm in trouble now. We're going to have to park my king in an awkward place. You checked me. Jeez. That I didn't anticipate. Maybe like a little bit greedy in move 11. You could have just castled. You could have just castled and you know, contented yourself with that. But instead he has to be like greedy and plays queen e7. Maybe it's not greedy though. Maybe it's just the best move. Yeah, greedy and good. Yeah, maybe it's actually the best move. That, however, is greedy. Now we're really getting greedy. So I could castle, bishop takes e2, and then rook e1. Now how does he get out of the pin? Super pin. Well, how do I take advantage of it? Let's see, castles, no, castles, bishop e2, rook a e1. Oh man, I don't know. This sucks. Castles, bishop e2. I may not have a lot of other options. Well, I have c4. c4, queen b4 check. He's the human computer. I mean, I don't like the look of this. Rook a e1? But why not? How does he get out of that pin? Who needs to get out of the stinking pin, right? The human computer. Totally computer-like. He wasn't content with just an ordinary castles. He has to play bishop a6, inducing like c4, queen b4 check. That has to be better than what happened. Why did I refuse that? I should have played c4, queen b4 check, king f1. At least I'm still alive. You know, that was stupid not to do that. Oh, it's sudden death. You didn't tell me it was sudden death. Not letting him off the hook here. There. Is move 11 in the running for a prize here? I can't believe I'm going to spoil my perfect undefeated score. What? He's Mr. Tactics. Now you're in a different pin. He's an answer for everything. Lost on time. Wow. Look at those tactics from Black in that game. Perfect game. 0 cent upon loss. I can't believe I lost after bishop f6. You're clearly better. Wow, castles was a better move. I'm supposed to play king d2. I have to play c4. I'm still screwed here. Totally lost. Yeah. Virtually perfect game by black. Queen h4. He plays knight d5. Who the hell plays that? I can't believe you played knight d5 here. Wow. That's the engine move. I would have castled for black, definitely. Can't believe you found this. Knight d5. And then bishop f6. All very dubious. He played all the engine moves. Totally sus. That move 11. Ruining my final end of the tournament. Oh, Uber driver. It's Uber driver. Unbelievable. He's sort of disgustingly snuck into 3rd place. How did he do that? Where did he come from? He didn't even like talk about Fred or Bobby or Mama, and he snuck into 3rd place. He's probably like driving, playing in the tournament at the same time. El Shakmat has 9 minutes left, so he better not resign. It's 1:39 left. They just started a game. Ujwal is like throwing everything at white there. I think El Shakmat's a little too good. He's a little too good to lose in like 5 moves. An Uber driver is not playing. Nice game, move 11. Husky left early. Kakatiri with 18 points. A minute left. No more pairings. $50 seconds. Hanging on to first place by 3 points. $34 seconds left. Uber driver undefeated. He berserked and beat Hikaru. Wow, Uber driver had the speed to berserk and beat Hiroku. That wasn't easy. So this is the last game that can affect the standings. Black berserked. H4. He's got play now, but it's too late. The guy offered a draw and he declined it. Black declined a draw. Maybe it was too early or something. He would still get a point with a draw, but it wouldn't be enough. Ujwal had the maximum number of games. Okay, so I got first place, losing to move 11 in the game in the last round. Move 11 with 1.5 out of 2 against me with black. Pretty impressive stuff. Ujwal with 26. Uber driver sneaking into 3rd place with 22. Move 11, 18. No berserking. Husky 18. Perfect with a draw against me. Kakatiri 18. El Shakmat 15. Hiroku with 12. And Ruslan Bear with 11. Yurun 10. Astrabe didn't make the top 10 this week. We did get a number of players though. We got over 20 players, which is cool. 32 players, so even Nefyadov joined for a game. The Warrior, quite a few games. Shaki didn't play. He lost against me. King Kong, Zen Chess also. What happened to Zen Chess? What happened? He forfeited. What happened to Zen Chess in this thing? Tournament complete. He just didn't play, I guess. Wait. No. Oh, I played Zen Chess and he left. Oh. He left after that game. It was a drawn position, probably. Yeah, I forgot. That was the first game. So we got a lot of players, you know, 30 plus games. I mean, 30 plus players. That's not bad. So what I'm thinking of doing is for the team battle on Saturday. I'm going to do another team battle. On Saturday, I'll do 10 like this instead of 20. Because the 20s, it's too long. Like, only Acerbate likes the time control. I think I even like the 10 minutes better if I have to choose. It's more interesting. We get more players, which makes the tournament better. Even if the time control isn't as long, I'd rather have more players, make it more interesting. So team battle on Saturday. Anyway, analysis stream is our next stream. Nothing tomorrow. Tomorrow's off. Thursday night is our analysis stream for everyone who's a subscriber. Please subscribe. Donate some gift subs so other people can be subscribers and submit games. Nekidov. That's your new name, Nekidov. Nefidov, thank you for joining us for this little tournament. And watch your language. Acerbate. The Nekidov. Brown beer. Master brown beer. 10-minute master. 10-minute timeout for Acerbate for bad language. Acerbate got himself 3 victories today. He beat Ruslan and the Warrior and Musashi. Musashi forfeited. You got yourself a forfeit win and 2 legit. Oh, Ruslan Bear, you got him with e4 c5. Nice job. You got him with e4 c5. You believe no ink. No ink. Yeah, no, I gotta do no increment for the arenas. Saturday we'll do 10-0. No increment. Yeah, I tried to be creative against move 11 in the last game. Move 11 Acerbate. Wow, it's like Rook B8. Theoretical novelty. Man, move 11 got materialistic on you. With Bishop takes A7. Damn, dude, he just took that. Did you go knight G4? Nice. Wow, that was super materialistic. Bishop E5. Look at this. Wow. And move 11 didn't take the knight. You're just crazy, man. Very funny. Alright, guys, good games, and thanks for playing in the tournament. I hope that it was worthwhile. I think it's a reasonable time control where we're able to play like relatively decent level of chess. You know, unlike most online chess. You know, here I'm able to curate the field a little bit, so there's really not any blatant cheaters that you might encounter otherwise in the wild. Alright, guys, thanks for joining us, and I will see you tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night, Thursday night. Thursday night analysis stream. Friday with Blitz Rapid Challenges, and then Saturday is our team battle. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.